So that's your calendar. It's really cool. It's easy to add stuff, easy to take things off. Mail, won't go into that much because I want some personal email to show up. But mail looks awesome. If you need to really look up another video on that, or look up apple.com and check out the mail app. YouTube is really cool. I'll go to my videos and I'll just show you a little cool layout. The reason why I like the iPad watching watching YouTube on the iPad. This looks neat. Your video will load. And I finally have my. Okay, anyways, that's my unboxing. Okay, the cool thing is you can pinch in and then out to kind of bring your video down. You can play the video from here. Okay, and while your video is playing, you can read the description. You can watch related videos, more from, and read the comments, which is really cool. I like being able to read the comments while watching the video at the same time. And of course, when it's in portrait mode, like I said, all of the apps pretty much work in portrait mode, and most of the third-party developer apps do also work in both orientations. So, okay, that's how it shows up here. All right, and then I'll just lock this orientation like that. Okay. So that's the YouTube app, and Safari is of course really nice and really fast. I'll go to a forum site there. Everything just loads awesome. That's on my Wi-Fi, of course. If you guys want me to post a 3G speed video, then go ahead and ask. I mean, I'm not going to include that in here, but I will say at 3G it is really awesome where I live. You know, it depends where you live really. 3G will be different wherever you are, okay? But for where I live, it's pretty good. Alright. Let me see. But of course, you gotta, you have to, what is it? Of course, 3G is not going to be as fast as Wi-Fi. So don't expect it to be blazing fast, you know. But it's totally usable. Alright, so I mean, that's the internet there. It looks really nice. You have your bookmarks bar and stuff. Everything is just snappy. Okay, won't go too much in there. And then you have your settings, which is, well, settings. Alright. Yep. Basic settings and stuff. Alright, so, I mean, that's just a really quick look at what you get and stuff. I really didn't go over anything too in detail-ish there because it's not really necessary. You can look up videos for any of that stuff. Okay, what I really want to do is get to my pros and cons, which I'm going to do right now. I forgot to tell you my story of why it was so easy for me to dump $800 on an iPad. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to go over it really fast. First of all, I won a free iPad, 16GB Wi-Fi model off of DealsPlus. Their link will be in the description because they're a really cool site because they gave me a free iPad. Okay, so I won a free iPad from them, and then I basically asked, hey, can I get a coupon or a gift card instead of getting the actual iPad so I can buy a 3G version. They said, no, we can't do that. Try to get your money back or do whatever you can. I was like, alright, so I sold that iPad, okay, and I sold it for $670, that's shipping included, and it's worth $500, so I made like what? I made some profit there, okay, and then I basically bought the iPad 3G gigabyte 32 gigabyte 3G model for like $200 basically. Okay, so that's why it was so easy for me to get one. And now that I got one, I'm so happy I got one because this thing has totally replaced all of my online and everything, and it's just a really fun device to have. Okay, because you can just be on the internet, boom. It's fast, simple, and it just makes sense. Alright, and I don't know how I ever used my iPod Touch to surf the internet because it's such a pain. As soon as I went back to my iPod Touch, I was like, are you kidding? There's no way I'm going to be able to surf the internet on this thing. I will probably never open up Safari again in my iPod Touch unless I'm opening it to make a point that the iPad rocks online. Okay, so let's go to my cons. Hopefully my battery does not die. Hey everybody, sorry for the lighting, angle, and clothes change and hairstyle maybe change and everything. I actually had to remake this part of the video because the other section, the original, got corrupted for some reason. I don't know why. So sorry if I cut off my last sentence or whatever. I'm just going to go through this really quick because this video turned out to be really long. Okay, the cons. I'm going to go through the cons and then the pros, okay? It's going to be really long, so bear with me. The cons. The iPad overheats. It actually overheats, okay? I went to Knott's Berry Farm and left the iPad. I used the iPad in the car, on the go, testing out the 3G and stuff. It worked amazing, but then as soon as I left in the car, because I didn't want to take it to Knott's, I left it in the car, and I got back. And it was in its case right here. It's kind of disguised, so nobody really knows what it is when they're passing by the car. It was burning hot because of the aluminum on the back. I'm not sure if it's aluminum. Yeah, it's aluminum. And correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. It was really, really hot, to where it was like, ouch, this burns holding it. Okay. I turn on the iPad, and it says, "We're sorry. It's too hot. Must power down until it gets cool again." So that really sucked. That's a big downside. Apple, I don't know what happened there. Remember, this is the first generation of the iPad. Hopefully they'll fix that in the second generation. Okay, the second thing that sucks is fingerprints. Fingerprints, when it's off, you can see fingerprints like easy, okay? Fingerprints is just, it's there, okay? But when you have the iPad on, fingerprints magically disappear. I never had a problem with looking at fingerprints while the iPad is on. Okay, they kind of just, you're not bothered. While you're working or whatever, you're not bothered. It's just when it's off, it does look ugly, so you have to get a microfiber or something. I'm actually going to solve that by buying a anti-glare film for it later on, okay? So that's what's going on there. So fingerprints. Also another con is it's very glossy, which is why I'm buying the anti-glare screen, okay? It's very glossy, so you can see my whole background there. You can see my light and everything. So if I'm making a app review, it really sucks, right? Because I can see everything. You guys can see my face, and it's pretty much like a mirror. And like when I'm just looking at it right here, I can see my face like clear. Until I turn the iPad on, and then my face kind of disappears, my eyes adjust. But it's really glossy. For some people, that's a really good thing. I really like the gloss, but I don't like the fact that the gloss gives me my reflection. So that's why I'm buying the anti-glare film for it. Okay, so that could be a con for you. Can't put in your pocket. Alright, so I don't know. Alright, can't put in your pocket. There is a big thing between this, okay? Is it an iPod? This is where the difference gets made. The iPad is really big, okay? It's not really big, but it's a perfect size for internet surfing, video watching, photo sharing, things like that, okay? It's just an awesome little workplace that you just get in the zone because the screen's so big. You have to know where to take the iPad and where to leave it. For example, I took it to Knott's Berry Farm, okay? I'm not going to carry this $800 device around with me in the park using it, okay? That's just yelling out, "Hey, steal me. Hey, steal me," okay? So it's like, okay, I don't want to do that, alright? So this is where I would leave it in the car, disguised under the seat, inside the back seat, little carrier thing, and then pull out my iPod. I don't have it on me, it's over here somewhere, but that's where you'd pull out your iPod and, do all that stuff. Of course, you wouldn't have 3G, but, just deal with it, okay? You have to know where to take this. It's not supposed to be, in my opinion, it's not supposed to be something you take down to an amusement park and around. At least not right now, because tablets and everything, they're not very popular, and it's just eye candy for thieves at this point, okay? So maybe years down the road, these will be a lot more popular, more standard, kind of like your cell phone. People won't really steal your cell phone nowadays if you're using it in the public. But, I wouldn't take this guy out. So you can't put it in your pocket. That sucks, but you gotta know where to use it, okay? I take it to school, actually, every day. And why? Yeah, it's kind of dumb, huh? First of all, I have mobile me, and I always have 3G on, so I can track it wherever I need to. If someone jacks it, but, besides that, I type essays on it. I actually typed 3 essays today. Or, no, 3 essays overall on this thing. 3, I typed 1 today, which is another day from when I talked to in the last sections of this video. Anyways, so I surf the internet for reports and stuff, and it comes really, really handy. So anyways, you gotta know when to take it, when not to take it, okay? Your iPod is more mobile, and this is more of a mobile, like, workstation. That's what I use it for, okay? It's really up to you. You use the iPad how you want it, how you want to use it, whether it's just games, whether it's typing essays, whether it's creating presentations. That's totally up to you, and that's the magic pad. Not very magical, but it's different, okay? It's what's unique about it. Sorry if the lighting sucks. No USB or